How y'all doing? Um, so I wanted to just speak about the simulation and really how it's not as bad as everybody thinks, or majority of the people thinks. Some people are firmly against it, and some people are like, they're like, oh, you got to leave the simulation, blah blah blah. But truth be told, the simulation is just a study. It's just a group of images that you can use to study. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're trying to study. And yeah, so like I can see how the negative could come in though when you're like, oh, I'm here to break the simulation and do this and that. And you breaking the simulation was all according to plan. Like you're supposed to break it, you're supposed to go on and do that thing you're doing right now. And some beings are supposed to stay in the simulation and do that until they, reclaim their world and just no longer need to study the effects of stuff, and they just be in the background like, oh yeah, that's going on, but this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I just found these shades just sitting on this bench. What y'all think? They clean? Too much? I like them. Um, but yeah, with the whole simulation, it's all just a projection of your black dot. So you know what I'm saying? Everything you wanted and and asked for, even if it's unconsciously, it came from the projection point, which is the black hole or the black dot in your heart, um, the center of this Milky Way galaxy that we all have within us as beings, cellular beings, but we can also become cosmic. I think I said that in my last video. Via putting your the center of your cell inside the center of the cell that's the cosmic cell. So you put that there, and then you become an immortal. And you have literally the ability to change the simulation at any point in time. It's just all like what you're allowing to go on. And I know a lot of people say this, but I'm gonna give it in a way that actually makes sense. You From the black hole point, everything is made from there, and that's the closest to nothing you'll get. You can perceive it in your mind, nothing, but it's gonna be a black dot where all potentialities come from, all possibilities stem from. And from that black dot, you're supposed to, collapse the wave first, because I know right now everyone's probably living with some type of conditions and circumstances that they don't want, they don't like. Um, so you collapse the waveform, and then as you're collapsing the waveform, or during, or before, or after, you're supposed to put the new conditions and programs and code into the black dot and expand it outward from there. You know what I'm saying? So whenever everything is projected out again, which it always does, you know what I'm saying? It does it on holidays, or you could do it consciously by bringing your energy up via your will and intent, uh, via your subshuna, or your middle column, your spine. Um, and as you're doing that, you know, you should already be at the point where you're not attached to anything, because if you are attached to anything, it's gonna be holding you back, causing you pain. But then those pains also show the particulates, they show the pravati, of what's going on in your life and in your existence. So you need to go into that pain and, you know, that's just pretty much just decode it, and get exactly what it's saying and what it's doing in your black dot, because it's gonna always be, with you as long as you're not discerning of what it is. And Yeah, so that's how you pretty much change your life, change your existence, change your world via the black dot. Like, and everyone has it, either in atrophied or, uh, you know what I'm saying, degenerate states. And degenerative and atrophy states is pretty much just it being super small, so small that you can't consciously see it when you, or feel it. So it's something that's pretty much outside of you're outside of your reality and actuality, because you're not meditatively aware enough of your own internal goings ons. So you would just be an NPC, one that is not connected directly internally with their primordial core. Um, so NPC is not primordially connected, and anyone that's not primordially connected, if anything were to happen to the reality or the world that we're given, and not the world that we are pretty much made with our first breath and our first inhalation and exhalation, um, that's our real world that we live in always. But we are given another world, which is basically the world where everyone's doing the same thing and saying the same things, and just cult mentality or culture. Um, But the world we're given, that never goes away. As long as you have a sense of breathing, and even when you're not outside of the body, there's a sense of breathing. Breathing is expansion and contraction, or clarity and, you know what I'm saying, the opposite of clarity, confusion. But I believe through this process of being human, we were supposed to make the negative end uh, more of a refinement process rather than a negative process. So if it's confusion, then it's centering yourself, and then clarity. So clarity, and then centering yourself. So then you create more clarity. Or if it's positive and negative, it will be positive and making pristine that positivity, so it becomes more so. So you're taking the negative and you're turning it into something that's basically a nexus event. Like, it brings you back to the nexus rather than nothing at all, basically. Negativity really, until you are connected to that which is real, is gonna be detrimental to you. But when you get to something that's real, then it becomes something positive and becomes something useful for you going forward. So this is literally the process I did, and it's a process that I'm gonna be calling it the autonomic attunement, and I'm gonna be teaching on this for years to come, pretty much even for eons, because this is my work. This is what I was made here. This is what I put myself here to do. This is what my ancestors, they're giving me the energy and power to do so, to teach this process, because this is literally the process of changing your reality, changing your actuality, and it's no fluff. It's no fillers. It's straight to the point, literally. Like I said, straight to the point. The primordial center, the primordial core, straight to the point, straight to the black dot. And right now we're in a state where we're actually looking at the black dot. Like, you see me here, but I'm looking into my black dot right now. And that's what we're all doing. So that's why there's only you in the world. So you're listening to this, and I'm just a fragment in your world. But right now, I'm talking to you, and you're a fragment in my world. Or not even a fragment yet, because I don't even see you. I just see me talking right now. Literally, I'm looking into my black dot. So that's why the phones are so pivotal. That's why televisions are so pivotal. Any devices are literally just you looking into the dot in different type of ways. Um, that's all there is in the reality. It's just you looking at the fluctuations of your energy, your conditions, your programs, your codes, and how they're swirling around. Excuse me. How they're swirling around your energy, how they're swirling around your primordial core. So first off, just to make it simple, you change the conditions, you change the programs, you change the codes, and then you collapse the waveform, and then you make it, you know what I'm saying, wave again. You wave to the universe, and then the universe will move accordingly how you specified. And the better you are, the more detailed you are, I feel like it's the best, because then you won't have gray areas, you won't have blank spaces where you're like, oh, I don't know what to do here. Those spaces are filled with potentiality, of course, but if you don't know how to actualize the potentiality, what are you doing with the potentiality? It's just going into waste. It's becoming passivity. And passivity isn't useful unless you're like passive, trying to attract a woman, and you're not too passive in the point where she doesn't know that you like her, but you're passive in the point where she's like, okay, he's attractive because of his presence. His presence isn't wanting, it isn't needing for anything, it's just being. You know what I'm saying? As you keep doing this work, you're gonna get more and more magnetic and attractive to anybody you really want to be magnetic and attracted to. So this is why, you know what I'm saying, this is important stuff, because a lot of beings have maybe not even gotten to this point, but they got a sliver of it, and they were able to change their life exponentially. But I'm getting to the very fucking core of it, so I'm about to do something that's never been seen before, and just saying that is like a less than, like it doesn't reach what I'm actually about to do, what I am doing in this moment in time, in this space. But yeah, the autonomic attunement, I'm crystallizing the work, I'm making it better every day. And when it finally is put out, and when people finally are paying attention to it, um, well, first off, they're gonna be paying attention to just how the energy is moving first, and then when I put it out, they're like, "Oh, that's it, go to that," and they're gonna run to it like moths to a flame, and it's gonna take off for real, for real. And I'm pretty much gonna take everybody in any community, and I'm just gonna bring them together as one via a spiral, via a big ass spiral, phoenix spiral to be exact. And then people are just gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna go back and watch old videos, and they're gonna see this, and I'm like, oh wow, this nigga was really on this shit before. And they might even find my old YouTube when I was talking about this stuff, but I didn't know what I was talking about. I was still trying to read out the energy and feel through it and feel through myself, but still same. Um, but yeah, that's how you do it. Autonomical attunement, and yeah, you can take the information, the source material, or not even take the source material, but you can watch this and attempt to do it yourself, but it's never going to be as good as if you learn from the actual source itself. So y'all stay blessed, stay balanced, peace.